Hello, we're continuing our discussion about laboratory safety, and what we will be talking about in this video are chemical fume hoods or exhaust hoods. And you must perform your experiment in a hood if your reagents are flammable, they have harmful fumes, present a splash or explosion hazard. And so the first thing to note about the hood is the meter or monitor in the upper right hand corner of this hood, and it's saying normal, and if that's showing that it is protecting you as it should. And so keeping the sash and the sliding panels in proper position is very important. Otherwise, the alarm may go off, in which case you would need to close everything back down, close the sash, close the panels. And so when you're putting some apparatus together in the hood, maybe putting in your burette stand, for example, if you're to be doing that, you would raise the hood, and there's a latch that keeps it from going any higher, so don't raise it any higher than that. And that's when you're setting things up. Well, then when you're finished setting up, there are two ways to go about actually performing your experiment. You can lower the sash down this far and reach underneath the sash and do some manipulations. The other way, the better way, would be to move one of the panels out of the way, and now you're going to use this as a barrier between you and whatever it is that you're working with. It is explosion proof, so if there were an explosion, it would protect you that way. More importantly, and most likely, it's a splash guard for you. So what you do is you reach your arms around the glass panel and do whatever manipulations that you might be doing. Doing your titration, mixing things together, stirring them, etc. And so here's a still photographs of our hoods showing it closed when not in use. All the side panels, sliding panels are completely in place. And when you're not using the hood during the lab period, that's the way they should be. And certainly when you leave the lab for the day, the sash should be all the way down and the panels completely closing the hood. So it's okay to raise it up to about 18 inches if need be for usage. But don't ever take all the panels and move them to one side, and don't ever put your head inside the hood. When using the hood, your equipment and your chemicals should be set back at least 6 inches from the front of the hood. That allows for the hood to operate properly, for the airflow to be as it should. As I mentioned, don't stick your head in the hood. You might as well not be using the hood. It's probably worse than doing an experiment with no hood at all. And if you have reagents in the hood, you should have a plastic container that they're sitting in. That's a secondary container. That will catch any spills or drops that you might have. So that's a little bit about using exhaust hoods. Use them wisely, use them safely.